come up onto the hill above Galway and burned them and got rid of them. And next to him is Sean Lynch, whom I mentioned was next door. And was it one of the John Joe in the Big Way in West Tipperary afterwards in fighting the lot of battles in the War of Independence. And the small fella they talked out as a young soldier was Jack Slattery, who became famous afterwards in Old Family because the word that the slogan stuck to him about, and when he was asked how many was in the group, how many soldiers were in the group, and the young fella, of course, didn't want to exaggerate the small bit. He said there was 20 men of us. He said. On the left is Gary Scanlon, which I mentioned you about that's what was in the volunteers in Cork. In the centre is Jimmy Lynn and John Joe O'Brien on the very right hand side. And missing from the photo then is Willie Penn O'Brien, another of the O'Brien brothers. And
Nate.
And they also Nate O'Brien, yes, missionaries. So they were all in the village, living in the village. To me, they were kind of their own flying column, and to me, they were as a family. So that when word came, if they were needed for anything, they were ready for action. And I say, Tracy and Green and Luke, when they went sent word to Galway, that these fellas were trained and they knew what they were at, and they were ready for action. This is just the three balls taken in March 1917. Father Peter, Jimmy in the middle, and Mick. Whose heart and near within him born, as home his footsteps here returned from wandering on a foreign strand. One of them obviously will notice Jimmy or Father Peter has come back, and they just had a reunion, the three. Okay. This is a picture of Jimmy taken in Easter 1916 with the rifle and the thing on. A lovely picture of Ned O'Brien and his wife Margaret and Bridie, the child Bridie. And Bridie came into this week in the dramatics. One of the babies was when she saw this photograph I got it from Rosemary with skeleton, and she was thrilled to bits when she saw Bridie was. We were all know Bridie was one of the people, the lovely person that lived there, and her descendants are still there, the Fitzgeralds. David and his wife Margaret and their daughter Bridie. So Rosemary Fitzgerald gave me that picture of the night. But this is the picture of Ned, of course, it's in the book as well. And the other brother, Willie Penn, when he came back after being interned in a number back from Frank, was in the head, and died shortly after. One of them, Lynch, Sean Lynch, as I said, lived next door to the Scannons. And in the book as well, there's a poem written by Betty Lynch, Michael Lynch's wife in Tipperary, a poem written about Mary Margaret, his sister, and the story about the witch shows. I was joking with Fiona Quinn that we'd have to postpone the event in January because the night of the rescue of Hogan, the all right back down with the big story. One of the big stories was the witch shows and trying to get rid of the witch shows and what they're going to do with the witch shows. But the story of the witch shows of John Vincent witch shows is told in a poem in the booklet, and how his sister Mary Margaret, who was a family friend of ours afterwards, duped the police when they raided the house and put him into, said she had to go out to the church to look after the church, that there was an event going on in the church that day, and had thrown the dry clothes around the floor when Lynch was sleeping, so that she had escaped with the evidence of Knocklong. This is a picture, a lovely picture of Tracy, which is in the collection. And there's something very telling about the way the photograph is taken and the way the Tracy there is taken and whatnot. It's a mechanic picture of it. This is something outside, a bit outside of this. It was taken at Casement Sport down in Kerry. And Barry, there's Kevin Barry, the Mount Tribe, Humorous Tribe, is chanting, singing the soldier song at Casement Sport. down in Kerry in the Bannistrand, where Case of the Coast landed. And this is another picture taken down at the historic valley at Caseman's Fort in 1917. And in the picture are Finian Lynch, Austin Stagg, Thomas Ash, and Frank Farage. This one was taken in Ballylanders area in July 1917, and Sean and Rutherford and David Kent, note the figures of Kent's right hand, which were shot off at Barnard House during the Easter week in 1911. No, 16.
16.
Yeah. So it has to be 16. Okay, there's a better copy of it here, and some of the figures there you can note that his fingers were blown off. This is just a letter that came just to show there's quite a number of these. This is Jimmy Scanlon when he was a prisoner in Belfast, and they christened Belfast Jail as the College for Cranks. That was Belfast Jail, and I won't go through it now long, but more or less complaining that they weren't sending him fags or whatever when he was thinking of coming home. But there's quite a number of those letters from Belfast Jail, different ones. This is taken after the release of Garrow. That's Gary, taken in August 1918 when he was released out. They took pictures of when he was released out of Belfast Jail. This picture is out there now because this was taken in Chicago in 1922. Green and Hogan, and Dave was, I think, out there already. So after that, Hogan and Green went west, as they said, he went west. Ned O'Brien stayed in Chicago. So you see another picture that was taken later on. This is just a statement that Ellen told Scanlon made when she was interviewed about the rescue. And the gist of it is that Jimmy went to the Ely station, get a barrel of water from the hotel and some coal from the creamery. And when he came home, his clothes were all wet, and they washed his clothes and dried, and then he put on his Sunday clothes and he went out rambling, she said. And we actually went to bed and we stepped above on the top story, and I called him in the morning when I was going out milking the cows, and when I came back after the cows, he was gone. So she made up a good story and told her that she looked after the wet clothes again. This now is, these are just some of the curtains. Some of them are in the book. Out of a file of curtains that Alan Peter kept, there's just an account of the paper, the famous journalist that June 8, 1921, of the trial in Mahler and Foley. And the other Constable Richard was the fellow that was, he was executed as well the same day. Actually, he was executed after the two, Foley and Mahler. This is just, I forgot to put that in because there was a fish held in Rossbog over the Linda and the John Scanlon, another brother, was summoned under the Defence of the Realm Act for being reading or singing seditious songs at the fish. He sang 3 different songs. One was about the Rising and whatnot. But the very fact that he sang these songs, he was summoned to court or whatnot, or whatever. He got out of it, but the gist of the songs were rebel songs, and the other one was an anti-Redmond song, an more or less like the volunteers, not the what's that, scoundrel Redmond was okay. This one is taken in Oakland, in California, Oakland, that breed. And the point we didn't know this one. These were all in a kind of a photo album, and some of them had dropped out. And I was looking at them, looking at them, who's this fella? And this one is very important because he's Mick MacDonald, who was one of Collins's top men in Dublin. And I thought I was looking at his features, we thought he was one of the Scanlons, but that's actually who he is, Mick MacDonald. He was famous. One of Collins's right-hand men. This is again just I think that there's the same thing, Hogan, Dan Green, and the Fat Meeting. Okay. This one now is after getting this, has become very important because it's the back of the booklet, and we were delighted that we had it. For a while I was looking at that before, that's the Nixon out pops this thing. One of Ireland's best. You think that they know no other would work and love Tipperary, and he has his signature is on it. So I'm delighted to put that on the back of the booklet. And so somebody has asked me, his namesake I think has asked me for a copy. There's no problem getting a copy. It was taken in Oakland. They went out to Fallowfield Scanning. He looked after him in California in 1922. Because this is the photograph that is out there all the time. This is in the file as well. Ned Foley and Patrick Mann. And tomorrow morning, of course, at 1 o'clock, I think, the Lamprobe are dramatising the trial and hanging of the two, Foley and Mann here outside, I think, just outside this week. We're looking forward to that now as well. This is the cigarette that was smoked by Patrick Mann, executed in Mount Joy in 1921. That's the actual, we have the actual cigarette of Patrick Mann smoked. This is Jimmy's martyr card, died October the 3rd, 1939, buried in Castle Jail, which is just up the road, quite near Kelly. And the Scannons, when you go up to the cross of the tree and turn left over about a mile. And that's why one of the reasons I was sure that the Scannons lived in the Kelly. That was the local burial ground. There are not around buried there. These are just to show you, like the bicycle, talk about bicycles, how important the bicycle was that time as a mode of transport. But this is at Jimmy's funeral, just in the Guard of Honour, taken just to show the pictures of that clear and that, but this is the same thing, the same funeral as well again, the Guard of Honour, okay, everything's done again. And that's the burial place in Castle Jail. But going back to Jimmy's funeral, when he died in Limerick and when he was brought home, probably brought by train to him, when they came to about a mile outside Galway village, Met Island's 4 horses were taken from under that hearse, and the local people pulled the hearse manually into the village, and other ones given them a hero's reception and funeral. This is just put that in there because I know that's big scandal, but we don't know if somebody recognises anybody in the photograph. We don't know who the other three people are. But I think they're of some importance, at least to give me that impression. There could be somebody involved in the organisation of the volunteers or something, because I didn't know exactly who they are. Right. This is the memorial in Galway. That's Dan Green unveiled the memorial. I was just looking at it, and I said, at the bottom of it yesterday, I sort of reading sometimes when you're looking at these things, and they looked at it again, I said, erected by public subscription. Now this was erected in 1945 at the end of the war, when people were very destitute as well. They didn't have any free cash or money at that stage. And it showed you that what the people of Galway did at that time, when things were terribly scarce and money was terribly scarce, they subscribed to a memorial at the end of the war to erect it to the volunteers of what they taught them. So that's been unveiling it. That's not it. That's it. Yeah. That's it. Okay.